Everyone, welcome to the new video of this series Helm. In this video, we will be covering how we can package a Helm chart and how we can host our Helm chart to a Helm chart repository. We will be using GitHub to host our Helm chart. So let's get started. We can use Helm package command to package the Helm chart. So I have already created a Helm chart, say uh, my app in one of the previous video. So now let's package this. So if I do Helm package my app, and if I press enter, it will package it. We got a message successfully packaged the chart and it is saved to this path. And now if I do ls-l, I can see my Helm chart is packaged and it is in the with the name of my app hyphen and then the Helm chart version name. So if I go to chart.yml, I have a version of 0.1.0. So if I replace it with 0.2.0 and if I run the package Helm chart, it will be packaging with the name my app hyphen 0.2.0.pgz. Now let's host this Helm chart to a GitHub repository. This is the process which I have listed down. We'll create a GitHub repository. Then we are going to create a branch with the name GH Pages, and then we are going to clone this in our local. Further, we'll create a charts folder in the main branch and put the current latest Helm chart version. So this folder will be responsible for maintaining the latest chart of the Helm chart, which we are hosting. And then we are going to package the Helm chart, which we did just now, Helm package my app. And then we'll copy this Helm chart to the root folder of the GH branch. Okay. And then further we will run Helm repo index dot. This will create an index file for the Helm charts and it will have the information related to the Helm charts which we are pushing. And then further we will push it to the GitHub repositories of GH pages branches. And then we are going to enable the GitHub pages so that the build can run and we can see by going to this URL, okay, what is the way we can add this Helm charts, okay, and then we are good to use the Helm chart repository. Now let's get started with the creation of Helm, with the creation of GitHub repositories. Okay, I'll go to my GitHub account. Okay, I'll create a new repositories. Let's name it Helm chart repo. Okay, I'll just add a README file. I'll do a create repository. My repository is created. Now I'll clone this in my local. Okay, I'll do one more thing. I'll create a new branch out of it, which is named as GH Pages. Now you see, I have two branches, main and GH Pages. I'll clone this, my local. Now this repository is cloned. I just see the branch of this repository. Okay, so I need to go inside in charts repo. Okay, okay, I'm in the main branch. What I'll do is I'll create a folder called uh, charts. Yeah, charts folder is here. I'll copy my app and chart. I'll place it here. I'll add these files. I'll do git status. Okay. Now I'll do git hyphen initial commit for my app in chart with version 0.1.0. I'll do git code. Okay. Now if I go to my Helm chart, I'll just do a refresh. I see my latest Helm chart is available here. Okay. Now I will switch to the gh pages. Okay, branch. Now I'm into gh pages branch. Now further what I'll do is I will do a refresh here. Okay, so let me move this charts folder. Somehow it is having this with the gh pages also. Okay, I will remove this. Now what I'll do is I will copy this packaged Helm chart. I will paste it here. Okay. Now if I go here, it is saying I've packaged the Helm chart. This we already did. I've copied the Helm chart to the root folder. Now I'll run Helm repo index dot. I'll do Helm repo index dot. So what this has done is this has created an index.yaml file. If you look at this file, it will have the details of the chart we have right now. Okay, so we have one chart, my app 0.1.0 TGZ. Okay, when it was pushed, what is the digest of this Helm chart when it was created? We have all this information here in the index.yaml file. Now going further, we are going to push it to the GH branches. Okay, so I'll do git status. I'll do a git add on index.html file. Then I'll do git commit and and start package on my app with version 0.1.0. Do git code. Okay. So if I see here into my GH branch, okay, so I don't have charts folder which I actually deleted. For some reason it was there in my local with the GH pages branch also. So I can see now we have three files here: readme.md, index.yaml, and my app. Okay, so if I go to index.yaml, it is the same file which we have pushed just now. Okay, which we created after running the helm index repo command. Okay, now if I go to settings, if I go to pages, you'll see that this setting is already taken care of because it is a public repository, because of which we didn't need to go to the pages setting and then do a deploy from branch. It automatically picked up when we created the GS pages folder. Okay, so if you want to point your Helm charts to the main branch or any other branch, you can do it here. Well, you can customize it and just do a save. Okay, and now if I go to actions, okay, the build is completed. The GH page build is completed. Now it would be visible. Now if I go to suppose username.github.io/repository name. So I'll do https. Username is TechSlaves. Okay. Now if I do enter, I can see my Helm-chart repository page is here. So this page usually contains the information of how you can add the Helm-chart into your local. So for reference, if I just copy this readme.md file, okay, and if I paste it here, okay, I can make this as a repo, then remove this repo. I can do this. It slaves.github.io, and then I can do this as repo. I'll do a save. I'll do a git status. I'll do a git commit. Date readme.md file. Okay, I need to do a git add of readme.md. I'll do a git commit. I'll do a git push. Okay. Meanwhile, with the build is running for the GH pages to make this changes live. let's go and see if we can add this and we can actually use the Helm charts from this repo. We do Helm repo ls. Okay, so I already have it. Let me remove this first. Now if you see, I don't have it. I'll run this command. The repo has been added. If I do Helm repo ls, okay, the repo has been added. If I do Helm search repo, okay, Helm search repo, and then the repo name, Helm charts repo. I can see my app is there. If I do Helm chart, hyphenating versions, I can see only one Helm chart is there. So more than one Helm chart will be there. It will list all the versions. So now if I go to this and I do a refresh. So, okay, the README file which we updated, we have the information here. So this is where usually the end user reference and see what is the way we can add the Helm chart and where it is being hosted. So this way we can push the Helm charts to GitHub. Uh, right now the repository is public. We can make it as private also for the enterprise version of GitHub. And this is the way you can use it. So in case if you want to bump up the Helm chart version, what you can do is you can bump up the Helm chart version. You can again uh, package the Helm chart, and then you can again run Helm in a repo index command, which will add the newly chart to that particular index.yaml file, and then you can again push it. The Helm chart will be published for the end user for use. Thanks for watching, and hope this will be helpful to you.